The Give It a Go Show! Welcome to the Give It a Go Show, where we give things a go and talk about it. I'm Prince.
And I'm Rivet.
And if you hear any banging in the background, don't think too much about it.
No, it's my brother-in-law. He's creating a gravel area for one of their dogs to piss on.
See, it's
Yeah.
You can think very positively about it because there's a good reason
He's not
behind
going to use it. He's not going to use it. He's just going to piss on the patio. Anyway.
That's him trying his new thing.
Yes.
And now we're
Hugo,
coming
yeah.
to you with our new things that we've done. So.
Oh, yes. Nice segue. Yeah.
I did something interesting this time.
Yes.
Which I thought, again, that I was going to hate.
Okay. You said you were excited to talk about it, so I'm interested to hear.
I'm excited to talk about a lot of things today.
Ooh,
but
okay,
first of all, I tried learning and playing chess.
Oh, have you not played chess before?
I have held chess pieces and
counts,
moved
yeah.
them. And I have clicked on chess pieces on digital chess and moved those.
You didn't play 4D chess with Multiverse then?
No, I haven't played chess at all in actuality. What I have done is been aware of chess. I've never known the actual rules because I never actually bothered to learn.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd learn and play some. And since I play Fire Emblem, which...
Yes.
To those who don't know, it's a strategy game with tiles where you place characters that all have different rules about them. So it's very similar in a way. I looked up a video, and it's by a chess master, I believe. His name is Levy something. I don't remember his full name, but his YouTube handle is Gotham Chess. So he had a How to Play Chess, the Ultimate Beginner Guide.
Ultimate, goodness.
Yeah, the video is basically segments about the rules of how you move the pieces, and then beginner strategy and things to think about that I didn't think about. So, first of all, just learning about the rules was kind of way more confusing than I thought, because I thought, okay, every piece has a way they can move, that's it.
Yeah.
But some rules are just weird because they just are. So, for example, like a pawn can only move forward, but it can capture other pawns diagonally. And then there's a special rule where your pawn can move 2 steps. And if in doing that you end up adjacent to an enemy pawn, that pawn can capture you. And I'm like, all right, that's just is that way for some reason.
I didn't actually know that. Not that I don't consider myself a chess master by any means.
I think I did know that you can go forward with them and capture diagonally.
Oh, yeah.
But...
Yeah, I knew that, but yeah, I didn't know that if you had them adjacent, then the other one could take your pawn.
Yeah, but only if you move it 2 steps next to it.
Huh.
It seems. I could be wrong about that particular rule, but...
That'd be very specific, but it might be true.
There's another one where the king can only move 1 step, except for if a rook is within 3 spaces and none of them have moved yet.
Oh.
I know! So I was like,
God.
okay, that's more than I bargained for when I went
played
into this
chess
video.
before, and yet I'm already like, I didn't know all of this. I've been playing it on easy mode the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't play it often. But...
it was called castling or something. Castle something.
Huh.
It's basically a little switcheroo that you do with the rook. I'm surprised I remembered that one. I didn't remember where or how the rook could move normally. I only remember the special rules. I had to look at it again. So I always loved the aesthetics of a chessboard, so I would play around with them as a kid just because it was pretty, and I liked pieces in board games. I kind of moved them around the way I wanted to, and I would look at really expensive, pretty ones that you would have mostly for display, and they're pretty. But I always kind of associated chess with, it's, sophisticated and smart people play this. So I was like, I'm not smart, I can't learn. But obviously,
you did.
You can learn. Yeah. So I learned a lot of rules, and watching a little more in the video, I learned a little bit about prediction and stuff, which I'm not very good at.
No, me neither.
Masters of chess can see like 5 steps ahead.
I know, it's insane. The amount of brain power that these people must possess is incredible.
I know, and it's like even in, let's say, Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah.
I can't see that many steps ahead there either, and there's a lot of trial and error, and I really love the particular game where they let you go backwards in time and
redo it if you didn't do a very good job. You can't do that with chess.
Yeah, well, you can do that on chess.com if you have that selected, which I didn't because I was too prideful.
Ah, yes.
So there was one thing that I kept in mind the entire time I was playing, which Gotham Chess said, if the piece you want to move can see an enemy piece right in your line of sights, it would usually be a bad idea to go for it if another enemy piece can see the same one you're looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
That
the,
makes
like,
sense.
basics of how you're supposed to play.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool because I didn't think about it that way.
No.
So that piece is just gonna get you back. So your other pieces are protecting each other. And I kind of...
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, this is what chess was. I never knew. I thought you just kind of moved them and did things. So he kind of explains that the way you want to play is thinking, is anything protecting that? No, then kill it.
Huh.
So, yeah, it makes sense when he talks about
Yeah,
it, but I was
yeah.
like, okay, I have to put it into practice now.
Yeah, okay. So how
I-
did you do that?
Yeah, I went to chess.com and I made an account and you can set yourself as a beginner. So I started playing against an AI and I picked the beginner one and I put into practice all the things I'd learned and I won, which was nice.
Okay, good.
So I won my first game. Felt kind of interesting to try and play mind games with a computer. I was like, I bet you
Yeah.
want to take this piece right now.
Yeah, that's the trouble. I think it's even worse sometimes with a computer. It might not necessarily do what you think it's going to do, because, yeah, obviously you can't really predict a person either, but I guess as far as a
Yeah.
computer goes, it just depends on what the algorithm tells it to do.
Because the whole dancing around thing, I started noticing when I went to intermediate, because I wanted to see how well I could play against these AI. And the first one I lost, it wasn't a total grand slam. I noticed at that point that the intermediate one was definitely thinking several steps ahead.
Yeah.
I could not see certain things coming. Then I played again, and it became a draw because
Okay.
we were right at the end. We had 2 pawns left.
Okay.
We each had 1 rook and our kings. And so I kept trying to put the rook in a place where the king could grab it so I could grab the king.
Yeah.
That was basically the only thing I could do, but the computer was too smart and it would never go for the bait.
Oh, wow.
And so we
Okay.
just danced around that whole time. I danced around their rook, trying not to get captured, and there was just
Yeah.
no way to win, so it became a draw. And I was like, wonder how a person would have played that.
I haven't played chess since I was probably a child. Apparently, my husband's quite good at chess. My husband's gone out, so sorry if you can hear my dog. She's pining for him. I used to be in the chess club.
Oh,
I don't think I was ever particularly good at it, but, you know, it was a good time. We do have a glass chess set, which I've never used. I don't really
Oh,
think
I
a glass
love
chess set
those.
is necessarily a good idea practically, but...
it's those that feel more like an aesthetic rather than an actual one you play with.
Yeah, definitely. That's the thing. I mean, it looks good.
I feel kind of bad about telling you things about chess that you didn't know now.
I was never, like, really good at chess. I have to say, I was I was never, like, a chess grandmaster. I just knew a few things about chess. I think I must have been 8 or 9, maybe, when I played it, like, properly last. So, at that age, I don't think I ever really studied the rules. So,
That's true, yeah.
I'm not precious about it, don't worry. So-
You could probably say that I have about the same amount of skill right now as a 9-year-old, roughly. I didn't end up playing against a person because I was too chicken, but I really enjoyed playing in general.
That's
And
good.
I
Yeah.
think I will definitely do it again, and I will play a real person, and I'll let you guys know how that went. When I
Yeah,
do.
maybe you and I will have to give it a shot, like,
my God,
against
that'd be
each other.
fun.
I haven't played in years, so I'm probably at about the same level as you are.
Yeah, it just felt really cool because I was sitting and thinking a lot
Yeah,
about, like,
yeah.
oh, if I move that, then maybe this will happen. But,
Yes,
oh, I
yeah.
can't take this because that. It was just, it was really difficult, but it was rewarding in a way that it makes you think. It makes your
Yeah.
brain do stuff, which is important. Exactly,
Yeah.
Misty knows.
Yes, Misty understands.
Yeah, she can play chess
gets
because
it.
she has opposable thumbs, like all dogs do.
Of course, yeah. I mean, we used to play Monopoly, and our old dog, Milo, he would put his big head on the board and just lie there, and we'd have to play around him.
He knows the secret rule to Monopoly, that's how you really get Monopoly and everything. You just lie on it.
Yeah, you just lie on it, that's it. You just need to be an enormous dog and just lie your head on it, and you're good. But I'm glad you enjoyed chess. So, yeah, we'll have to try a game against each other at one point and see how that goes.
Oh, we should. It is much easier to play digitally because it still tells you where you can go and you don't have to think about it so much.
Okay.
Because holding the piece on a screen, it basically tells you can grab this or you can go here. So I didn't have to remember the rules of where to go that much, which was very
Yeah.
nice because I forget stuff like that and I don't think too much about it. But yeah, I will probably want to like download a chess app or something on my iPad and play because
Yeah.
it's that kind of busy work that I find enjoyable, and it doesn't really get old.
It's such an easy to access game.
Yes, I think that was all I wanted to say about chess. Bottom line, I had fun. It exercised my brain.
Yeah.
And yeah, I will definitely play it again sometime. So what were you up to this time?
For my thing, I guess, I got my hair done. When I say I got my hair done, I don't just mean washed and cut. I mean, I got everything done.
You got an extreme hair edition.
Extremely done. Yes.
Extremely done. I'm so
Well
done.
Well done, hair. I don't really like going into salons because it's kind of awkward for me just because I never have normal, decent conversations with the people in there. I just sit there awkwardly and can't wait to get out.
I feel like talking to people in the salon, either you have to be very good at it or really want it. I don't mind talking to people, but it's always really awkward because it's usually, what do you do? Oh, I do this. Oh, cool. And then that's it.
That's the thing, like, I feel like you kind of have to get on with your hairdresser quite well as well, otherwise it's, well, it just makes it even more awkward, so I've never really enjoyed it. So I was waiting to get my hair did, as the kids say. A lady came in and she had pink and purple hair, and I was like, oh my god, I hope she's doing it, because that looks cool, and she looks like the type of person that I might get on with. Don't ask why, it's just the vibes.
So, yeah, sometimes you just get a sense for people like, okay, well, this person seems cool.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, I think this is someone that I might get on with. I say that as if I was like waiting to
hang out.
Hang out, yeah. I'm just like, yeah, I like this person. So this lady, she was lovely. She talked me through everything. They were just like, okay, so if we put layers under here, it's really an art form, like colouring hair and stuff.
Oh, of course. I mean, even just cutting hair is...
Yeah, 100%. I wouldn't trust myself to do it. So the two stylists were talking about it, and they were talking about, oh, if you put this layer under here, then that'll bring out this part. And I was like, holy shit, this is cool. Oh, sorry, Mum, I swore. Yeah. But,
that's just how cool it is.
It was just
you have
that
to
cool.
understand. It's.
I'm sorry, Mum. Just this once.
Yeah, you have a shit allowance.
I do, and I've just used it.
You're not allowed to shit anymore.
No more. That's enough. So the lady who did my hair, she was super lovely, and I was like, I've never had my hair coloured before. I was getting the full shebang. I don't know whether it's an ombre or a balayage, but so they did the top of my hair brown. My hair was its natural colour at the time, which is like a weird lightish brown. I say weird. Loads of people have the same hair colour. It's not that weird.
I know exactly what you mean because I used to call my hair the same thing. Oh, it's a weird rat brown and shit like that. So many people have that hair.
I know, yeah. It was a weird colour. It wasn't. I've only ever box dyed my hair before myself. Sometimes it was okay, sometimes it was a bad time, and I've only ever done either blonde or brown. Growing up, I was blonde naturally, but over time, it just sort of faded into a brown. So I was like, I want to get it jazzed up. I want to get a little something. So initially, I asked for these kind of crazy things. I was like, what about teal and black? What about bright red and blonde? And they were like, should we just go a bit easier for the first time? And I was like, yeah, that's fair. It was a lot of money, so I wanted my money's worth. But no, I settled on, I said I would like brown and pink then. So they said, okay, well, we'll dye sort of your natural hair a couple shades darker and then we'll bleach it. She was so nice. She forgot to bring me tea when I asked her. It's okay.
You get tea at the salon?
Yeah. Tea, water, coffee.
Fucking UK.
Mutual Danish friend. She gets like all sorts when she goes to the salon.
Maybe it's because I live in a tiny town where everybody hates each other.
Maybe. This lady, she got to work on my hair. She free-handed all of the balayage. Usually they use these foils and they do it, I think, in this quite structured way, but she's like, nah, I'm gonna freehand it. I had a lot of foils put in my hair. My head was very heavy. It took her a very long time because I have quite a lot of hair. It's quite long now and it's really thick. Whilst I waited for it to set, I played a bit of Fire Emblem. I'll have a little bow whilst I wait for it all to set in. But then it wasn't that long before she was like, alright, we're gonna like wash your hair now. And
man, you guys, you get your tea and your shampoo. If I go into the salon, no matter how great of a place it is, I go in there, they're like, what do you want? I'm like, I want a haircut. And they're like, okay, don't talk to me. And if you do, it better be interesting or I'm never going to talk to you for the entire time. Fall asleep right now. All right, goodbye.
You know, sometimes, like, I would have preferred that to some of my experiences, but no, this lady was lovely. We had a good old chat. She has a dog. I have a dog, so we talked about dogs for a while. That was good.
Oh, that sounds lovely. As much as I say it's awkward to talk to to your hair stylist? Question mark. It sounds very fancy now. Your hairstylist, my personal hairstylist. I do love a good chat.
Oh yeah, same.
But it feels like it might be easier when you both have dogs because there's nothing to connect with for me. Because I'm like, okay, what do I do for a living? I draw and I like video games. And in this town, it's like, oh, so your favorite thing to do isn't going out to drink and nothing else in the world. Yeah,
that's the experience I've had with quite a lot of stylists. Like, you know, they don't really have much to talk about with me. But no, I guess that's the good thing about dogs is it's a pretty normal thing for people to have in common.
Yes, that's it. Technically, I mean, it is pretty universal and normal now to like things like D&D and video games, but it's still, in some areas, it's still not the most normal thing in the world to like.
No, I guess with stuff like that, it's like, you have to explain it to them as well, and it's
always have to explain what it is.
I sort of got nerdy vibes off of her, and I kind of dropped hints that I liked games and stuff, but she didn't.
Oh, you mean that with your Switch in your hand?
Yeah, she didn't really say anything about it. In fact, it was the older lady stylist who was like, "Oh, is that a Switch?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Oh my god. So she wasn't like, "Is that a Nintendo?"
I think she said like her son or grandson had one or something.
Oh, that's lovely. See, I
is lovely.
don't have the courage to bring it out in public. I don't know why. I have nothing to be ashamed of. It's just an object that you use to pass the time.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I was there for like 4 hours, so
see,
I need something.
That's how much I care about what people think of me, is that I would rather sit and do nothing for like 3 hours than actually bring the Switch. It's bad. It shouldn't...
I brought my iPad. I was working on your very late birthday gift, actually, and I got it out, and then I started, and I was like, nah, this is actually a little bit awkward, because I felt like I didn't really want anyone to ask me anything about my drawing. Not I was ashamed of it. I just didn't want it to be like, oh, well, what are you drawing? Oh
yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't really want that conversation. Whereas with a game, you can just be like, oh yeah, it's this game, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, yeah, you know what? You're living the life that you need to live. I need to get over whatever embarrassment I have over that and just bring my Switch and have a good time. Who cares?
I mean, I didn't really think about it. I guess it's because I was like, I'm gonna have to read a magazine, and I don't like many magazines.
I guess when it comes down to it, people don't care as much as you think they care.
They really don't.
Like,
they
maybe
really
it'll
don't.
Look like a bit of a novelty if they don't see people bring that in very often.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't have to live with these people.
No, exactly. Like, at the end of the day... I don't think they're going to be like, oh, did you see him playing on a game's console?
And even if they did, I wouldn't be there for that conversation.
No, exactly. It really doesn't matter. I'd rather that than be sitting there in awkward bored silence.
You know what? You're right. Maybe
3 hours.
Next time I have my hair cut at a salon, I should bring my Switch or something like that.
Yeah, I guess it depends how long it takes, because if I just got my hair cut normally, I'm usually in there for like maybe 20 minutes. It's really not worth it. But yeah, I was in there for like 4 hours, so I didn't
goodness.
Yeah, I didn't actually end up using the Switch a huge amount, so I started a battle in Fire Emblems. So I had 1 turn remaining. I had to protect Lady Rhea, and it was like 1 turn remaining, and then you've done it. Then the stylist was like, okay, we're going to watch the shampooer, and I was holding my Switch really awkwardly.
But Lady Rhea!
Yeah, I was stood there like a small child holding my Switch and looking at her like I didn't know what to do for some reason, even though the obvious answer is just go get your hair washed, you idiot. She was like, you can bring it with you.
That does feel like they were talking to a child.
Yeah.
You can bring a game with you.
I went, okay. I brought it with me.
Man.
And I finished the battle, and then I just turned off my Switch. But
I aspire to have that kind of don't give a shit.
I don't know if it was that or like, but I might lose this battle, even though I can literally just do it again later. I was like,
oh yeah, the
but
Switch
I've done
has
it.
a sleep function.
I know that. And I put it onto Switch, and I haven't touched it since, so it's probably died by now. But either way, no, it was a lovely experience. It was the first time, like I said, I've ever had anything like that done, because I usually just get my hair cut, and then I'm like, I'm off, I've had enough, I don't want to come back here again, and I usually don't. So, they were so friendly, and I gave the lady who cut my hair 2 little dog sausages, not made of dogs, for the dog. 2 little sausages for her dog, because because I wanted to give a tip, but I didn't really have any cash. So, and she was like, no, you don't have to give me a tip. And I was like, I want to.
Ah, you gave her 2 dog sausages, so you gave her 2 dachshunds.
Oh my god. It took me a minute.
That was very, very generous of you to give her 2 dogs.
Oh my god, you know for a fact that if I had 2 dogs in my possession, they would not be going to someone else. I was like, I'll take these for your Labrador. And she was like, thank you. Oh, that's so kind. I consider this the tip. I was like, okay, and then I left.
Sweet.
So I was there from like midday till closing time. I was the last person in there because it took so long because I've got so much hair.
Such pampering, though.
It kind of was. Every time I go, I've always been like, oh, I wish I enjoyed getting my hair done. I wish I enjoyed it and I felt pampered, but I don't. I'm just like, this is something that has to be done and I want to be in and out as fast as possible. But no, I enjoyed it. I was like, this is nice. I think I will come back. It's a bit more expensive than where I usually get my hair done.
Sometimes it's worth it to spend that kind of money on a self-care session.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's kind of how my mum put it. She was like, you need to pamper yourself. And I was like,
Yeah.
Okay. The only trouble is, afterwards, the maintenance is a bit expensive. I've had to buy pink shampoo. It's quite expensive. It is pink. Amazing. The shampoo,
wow!
The shampoo itself is pink.
Imagine that if you had to get specific shampoo for
Oh
what
my
color your
goodness.
hair naturally is.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Like, you have to get blonde shampoo, or you have to get brown shampoo. I mean, it probably exists, but imagine if that's what you had to do.
Well, they do them, but that's for, like, coloured.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so no, I got my pink shampoo, which was quite expensive, and I had to buy a pair of straighteners. I didn't have to buy a pair of straighteners, I guess, but I chose to because they did such a lovely job. They were like, oh, you can come in and we can show you how to curl with them and stuff, and I was like, oh, it's so nice. I probably won't because I'm really awkward, but it's fine.
Well, I mean,
it's nice of them to offer.
Would you see yourself doing this sometime in the future when you want to be pampered again?
Yes, I actually would, but I would specifically go to the place that I went to because I trust them now.
Yeah, that's what I do. If I've had a decent experience with one place, my loyalty is
they have bought.
just there
Well, they haven't
now.
bought my loyalty. I've bought my loyalty, I guess, in a way. But I would absolutely do it again. I'd never
For
done
me,
it.
it's just that, I don't want to go to a new place. I have to learn things then.
That's the thing. Like, I tried different places because I was like, I don't like this one. But now I'm like, yeah, I like this one. I like this place. It's a bit expensive, but that's fine. That's all part of it. Yeah, I would absolutely do it again. I'd always been too scared to do it, but I've done it now, and I love the result. I don't think anyone's actually noticed that my hair's coloured now, which is funny, but...
Well, I've seen it, and it looks nice.
Thank you. Oh, like, when I go out, unless no one cares enough to say anything.
I mean... Do you think people usually, strangers on the street, just stop you like, I like what you've done with your hair?
Not strangers. When I take Misty out, I'm part of the dog walking WhatsApp group, you see.
I see. You just take a piece of your hair and floof it around as you're talking the whole time, like, oh, that's very interesting. And you put your hair, like, right in front of your face so they can see it.
Well, I have to get some new shampoo for my coloured hair. To be fair, it is noticeable, but it's not such a drastic difference that I think everyone's going to be like, whoa, what have you done? It has incentivized me in trying to get some different treatments one day when I have a bit more money. So, I have gotten my nails done before, but they always fall off because I've got such tiny natural nails that they don't really stay on. Maybe I'll try some other stuff as well at some point. I mean, there's not much more I can get done at the hair salon now because that's kind of...
Unless you shave off your whole head.
Yeah, maybe one day if I'm confident.
But you don't have to go to a salon to do that.
Yeah, I don't know what my mum would have to say about that. Come out and I'm like, it's all gone.
Skinhead River.
Yeah. You know what? I've seen some women who look fantastic with a shaved head.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. I just think I'm not one of those people who would look.
Speaking of 2 sausages.
Oh no.
So first of all, now that we're going to try some new culinary things, first of all, I have to say that our fridge has been on the fritz for 2 days.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this.
And so these haven't been properly refrigerated, although they should still be fine, although I've been smelling them this entire time. It's not because they're bad, it's because they just smell.
Potent.
Today, and I don't know if this is the correct word, I know the word in Swedish, and the translation when I looked it up is beer sausage.
It rings a bell, so it's a sausage.
I think it's smoked, I don't know, but yeah, It's a sausage. They come in a packet with just one, and my girlfriend would eat these as snacks.
Oh,
so
okay.
She was like, save the rest for me. She got me a chili one and a garlic one. And the
Oh.
garlic one is mild, and the chili one is a little spicy, apparently.
They both sound delicious.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm gonna try... They just look gross to me.
Meat does just look kind of gross. I remember when I was a kid, I was a vegetarian for 16 years, and I used to be so disgusted by mince.
No.
You know,
Oh.
because it looks like little meatworms.
Oh my god, it's so
Meat ramen.
smelly.
Oh, goodness.
Are they supposed to be this hard?
Oh, the fridge has
God.
been off for I don't know.
I'm not looking forward to this. Okay, so this is the garlic one. Oh goodness.
You don't sound too sure.
I mean, it tastes like sausage,
That's a good start.
but it's so dry. It has been opened in the packet, so...
Maybe they've dried out a bit. I don't know. Sausages are usually quite moist.
Yeah, I think these are supposed to be kind of dried.
Oh,
so
okay.
they're supposed to be this way, I think. Oh my god. It like still in my mouth while I'm talking because I don't want to chew anymore.
Oh no! Isn't that bad?
It's not disgusting. It's just like, you know, it
Not that
tastes like
nice.
sausage.
Yeah.
I'm already not a huge fan of spicy sausage
Mm-hmm.
or sausage in general. It tastes kind of like salami, this one.
Okay. So like a cold cut meat type
Yeah. It's just that it's very
sausagey.
kind of leathery.
Ooh, ew. Not for
So
me.
that one is mild. Oh my god, I'm so white. I'm gonna try the chili one now.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a bit more dark. Yeah, you really have to bite into these. I like the chili one better, but strangely enough, it tastes less.
Oh.
It doesn't have as much of an overwhelming taste as the garlic one has. I could not eat these as a snack like my girlfriend does.
No.
I don't like the texture, but it tastes like sausage. It's perfectly serviceable.
Okay. Well, I mean,
They
it's
just
good that it
smell
tastes-
so much.
Yeah. So it's meat though, isn't it? And your fridge has been off.
I'm not gonna finish them because the roof of my mouth is like an explosion of sausage now. Okay, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be because it's just a name, right? Beer sausage. It sounds disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, I looked up beer sausage and I couldn't really find anything, so I'm wondering if like it's maybe different in English, but
I'm gonna send you the Swedish name and you can search that. For those listening, the Swedish name is ölkorv, which literally just translates to beer sausage.
okay. Yeah, I know what you mean though. Yeah. Looks like a cold cut meat type.
The texture was so leathery. I don't think I would eat... Oh my goodness. I don't think I would eat one again.
What would you rate each one out of 10?
The garlic one, 4, 5, maybe.
So it's like it's all right.
The chili one, maybe a 6.
Okay.
I would have this with something else.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe it's something that would be better if you had it sort of with something.
Yeah, maybe with a cheese platter.
Meat and cheese platter.
Yeah, exactly. Really bougie.
Bit of wine.
No, I'm not that white. Well, I am, but like, you know.
Not mentally. Is that the
Mentally?
word? Mentally.
Mentally, I'm not as white as I am physically. Oh god.
That sounds awful.
That was the cringiest thing yet.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that was my scary Baby Bell situation.
Okay, fair enough.
But I couldn't help but smell that one. Oh, my poor fingers. What did you bring to try?
I brought what is considered to be a British delicacy that I've actually never had before.
Ah,
Again.
another Baby Bell?
No, Baby Bell and Marmite. They sell those. This is actually something that I've never eaten it. I watched a show the other day where they were like, oh, these are the staple of every British cafe and shop. I don't know if they are. I brought a Scotch egg. Now, speaking of spicy sausage, I should probably explain what a Scotch egg is for those who
Yeah,
don't know.
please.
So, it's an egg wrapped in sausage meat.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got like a breaded outside. I've got a spicy Scotch egg. So, spicy sausage time once again. I should really probably have gotten like a regular one, but I like spicy food, so I was hoping that maybe if I don't like Scotch egg for some reason, this will make it more palatable.
Yeah, especially since the food that you tried earlier was very bland.
Yes, well, this is something that a lot of British people have as a snack.
It sounds like a heart attack.
This one's got 20 grams of fat in it. It's just like a big ball of sausage meat, egg, and bread
Oh my
crumbs.
goodness.
Never eaten one because growing up, for some reason, I thought that I didn't like egg, and then I realised that I do really like egg.
And
so
then you realized, as we said last time, egg good.
egg good, egg very good, but we'll see if Scotch egg good. I just have to get it out of the packet because it's so huge. I have to cut it open.
You just buy these in packets?
Yeah.
Oh, that seems weird to buy, like, an egg in a...
Yeah, it's okay. It's just like a hard-boiled egg, and it's surrounded by, sausage meat. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. I'm not a big fan of, like, boiled eggs, but I'll try it.
It sounds like a messy snack.
It's pretty hefty. Yeah, it's pretty good. I actually don't mind that.
Oh, okay.
I can't taste the spice. Oh, there's a little bit of spice in the back of my throat.
It sounds filling, too.
Yeah, it's kind of British tradition of pork pies, that kind of thing. It's just quite hefty, yeah. Hefty is the word that I would use.
A hearty meal.
Indeed, yes, it's quite hearty.
What would have happened if you had tipped your hairstylist an egg?
Oh, a Scotch egg. Well,
in this trying time.
Yeah, can I offer you an egg at this trying time? Never asked if she liked eggs.
She probably wouldn't have made you pay for the whole thing if you had given her an egg.
What do you think, like half? Is that equivalent to a Scotch egg?
Yeah. You're British, you like this.
It depends on what value you put on said Scotch egg.
I can throw in the baby bell too if you take half off.
Oh, she could have those. I gave them all to my brother-in-law.
So, what would you rate this on the scale?
I'd say 6 or 7. You know, it's not the best thing I've ever eaten, but it's a good meal.
Man, each one I've tried have all been weird.
Yeah.
Tasting. I hope I can find the 10.
Yes, find the 10.
Also, I do kind of have a quest to find the 0, just because it's funny.
Oh yeah, that's true, yeah. We have eel eating competitions in this county. Yeah, they have eel eating competitions. That's a thing, apparently. I don't want to partake in it, but cool for those people, I guess. It's one of our little quirks.
Rivet's News Corner.
In Turkey, there was a search party for a missing man called Beyhan Mutlu, and he was reported missing by his wife after she couldn't get in contact with him for a few hours, and he didn't come back. So this is in the city called Inegöl in northwest province Bursa. So yeah,
you're struggling.
I'm struggling so bad. I'm so sorry if anyone here knows how to pronounce these things and is offended. It turns out that Beyhan joined his own search party.
Oh, I think I've heard of this.
Yes, I love this story. And so everyone was calling his name. He was calling his name, I think, as well. He was drunk.
What, was his wife in the search party?
I don't think she was by the I don't know, it doesn't say.
I feel like it would have ended very quickly if she had been.
Yeah, exactly. So he was like, oh, what's going on? I'm gonna help. Good man, bless him.
So he just thought that somebody with his name was missing.
I assume so. Well, he only discovered that the search party had been organised to find him when he heard first responders and volunteers shouting his own name. And he replied, I'm here! And then everyone was just incredibly confused because they'd been looking for him for hours.
Oh my god. Yeah, if that had been me, I wouldn't have... And if somebody I'd been searching with for hours would just say, I'm here, I would think it was a bad joke.
Yeah, I would be like, shut up.
Yeah, I'd be like, that's very insensitive. We're looking for a missing person here.
Anything could have happened to them. But no, he was just like, I'm here. And everyone was like, what? Yeah, it's me. And then they took him home. He was upset that his family would be upset for him for being out so long that he was reported missing, pretty much. His wife was obviously very worried.
Yeah, because he was only gone for a little while.
Yeah, he was gone for a few hours. He was out drinking with his buds.
Oh, but come on. Okay, I understand when people do that if it's something that is out of the norm for the person to do.
Yeah. But no. So this blessed man, there's a picture of him here. He looks quite happy, bless him. And,
yeah, he's been out drinking. He's feeling good.
Yeah, there's a picture of him stood with all of the search party, like all the first responder type people. And he's just chilling. It
always amazes me, though, when so many people turn up for things like that.
Oh my goodness.
They take time out of their day or night even and just walk, and it happens all across the world, and it's pretty amazing to think about. But thankfully it wasn't anything where
bad.
they would not find somebody or they'd find a body. Like, he was just there and he was chilling.
Yeah,
he was feeling good.
Bless his heart, he wanted to help.
Oh, yeah, exactly. He wanted to help too. That's a lovely
really wholesome,
man.
Yeah. Apparently this isn't like the first time this has happened. Apparently a tourist in Iceland did the same thing.
Oh, that's funny. I thought you were gonna say it wasn't the first time it had happened to him.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
What a king.
Yeah. It says the woman visited...
Elusive king.
Yes, elusive king. So she went to visit a canyon on a tour bus. I'm not going to say the name of the canyon. I've butchered enough non-English words today. She was reported missing after she failed to return in the allotted time and didn't come back to the bus even after the driver waited another hour.
Okay, well that's fair.
Yeah, and then so everyone descended upon the area looking for her, and then she was... Apparently she'd been on the bus the whole time.
What? But why didn't she say anything if she was there? there?
And then she got off and helped to look for herself.
I assume on the bus they would have done a head count and maybe checked names.
Yeah, you'd have thought.
I guess she wasn't paying attention.
Maybe not. I mean, maybe she was just like...
And then she's just like, what? What's happening? Oh, somebody's missing? Let me go look.
I mean, maybe she was like, well, I'm here, so it's not me.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah,
it's-
exactly. I would do that.
I just love that story. Just this wholesome gentleman. He was helping out, and then he was like, wait, that is me.
That's a wholesome story.
It is quite wholesome.
You hear enough about people who never come back.
I know, yeah, that's
And
the thing.
It touches me definitely still to see the amount of people who want to help in situations
Yes.
like that. As much as people say, oh, humans suck, humans do so many bad things.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much equal amount of humans do really great things too. And that's a very
100%.
always a touching tale, but it's always nice when nothing bad actually happened. They were there.
I guess it's media time.
I have a
no.
lot to say
Okay.
about what I did this time. So I watched a movie that has been the subject of some jokes and memes due to the ridiculous nature of its title. So I watched a horror movie called The Bye Bye Man.
Oh, yeah, I've seen the memes. Yeah.
Yeah, the memes have been things like Pee Pee Poo Poo Man.
Yes, yeah.
And other things that are obviously ridiculous and not scary in any way. And I thought, I'm gonna sit down and watch a ridiculous, stupid movie.
Oh, no.
It was phenomenal.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to be, I was really, really scared.
However,
Oh.
the name. So I will say, because from the very beginning, I was like, there is nothing in this world that is going to make me fear the name The Bye Bye Man. And I know what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to make you fear something that should be silly.
Yes.
But the movie is not self-aware in the slightest when it comes to the name.
Oh, right,
so
okay.
I'm going to spoil the intro a little bit.
I personally don't care, because I'm not going to watch it.
So in the intro, there's a man who seems very nervous, very stressed out. He is stopping by the house of somebody he knows, and he is yelling at her. He's yelling, did you tell somebody? Did you tell somebody the name? And she was like, I told her. We thought it was funny.
Yeah.
That was the only moment in which they acknowledged that the name is funny.
Yeah, okay.
So the intro is very good, but when you think about the fact that the name is The Bye Bye Man,
Yeah.
it makes it hilarious when he's running around with a shotgun saying, did you tell anyone the name? Did you say the name? And it's,
Oh my god.
because if it had been any other name, it would have been a haunting intro, because he's
Yeah.
going around and he's shooting everybody who knows the name.
Oh, is that it?
Well, no, that's not it. That's just the intro. But he is asking them
okay.
if they told anybody. He shoots down anybody who knows. He
Oh,
keeps
right.
repeating the phrase, don't think it, don't say it, which is a thematic thing in this movie. The people who
That
have
was
been
memed
possessed.
as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So that
exactly.
kept memed,
Don't
yeah.
think it, don't say it, the pee pee poo poo man. So that is a thing that the possessed people of the Bye Bye Man say. They say, don't think it, don't say it. Because the thing about him is that he doesn't come and kill you or anything.
Right.
He makes you see things that aren't there. He makes you
Oh,
not
okay.
see things that are.
Yeah.
And he just sort of watches you as you tear each other apart.
Oh, okay.
Which is really cool. And he looks really cool. He looks like a reaper.
Okay.
With
yeah.
like a creature next to him, a dog, which will eat the corpse of anybody who dies
Is
under
the
the
dog
curse.
cute?
No, it looks disgusting and
Oh, okay.
computer generated. So
Sad.
everything from the setup to the scenes and the characters, the sets are amazing.
Okay.
The camera shots are really good.
Yeah.
Really good horror. It's built in a way where you kind of think you see things in the corners.
Okay.
And sometimes there are little things that move.
Oh, that's
So,
clever.
yeah, they have very good shots and very good sets, and the characters are great. You feel sympathetic for the characters. So the intro is basically
Okay.
what happened in the past, and then you come to the main characters who are moving into a new house.
Classic horror movie, yep.
Exactly. It looks like a haunted house as well. It looks like a haunted mansion. Where there is a nightstand, it has been inside of the drawer written, don't think it, don't say it.
Right.
And it says, the Bye Bye Man in the corner. And if you tell anyone the name, they will be haunted. If anybody knows the name, they will be haunted. And if anyone says it, or if anyone thinks it, he gets closer.
So did that person who wrote the note, were they trying to warn the new people?
No.
I was going to say, why did they write his name on it if they're trying to...
They can't help it.
No, that's fine. No, I was
Yeah.
like, if they're trying to warn, if he's trying to warn
Yeah,
them,
exactly.
then
No, he was possessed when he did that.
that makes sense.
I think just if you completely detach yourself from the name Everything that the fucking creature does is really cool and really frightening and really amazing.
Yeah.
But you can't get over the name. You just can't.
You're just like, that's the Bye-Bye Man. That's quite funny.
Exactly. Because they say it with such a serious... The only thing that would have saved it for me would have been if they'd been self-aware about it. Like, the first time they hear about it, if the main character would have been like... The Bye-Bye Man?
Yeah.
That's stupid. Whatever. And then they go about their day. And then when they get haunted, what I would have liked to see would have been if they were, like, upset about the fact that it's stupid. Being like, I can't believe I'm being haunted and my life is being ruined by something called the Bye-Bye Man. This sucks. Something like that. That would have been awesome. But no, they were all like, it's the Bye-Bye Man.
Maybe he has, like, a really embarrassing real name.
Exactly.
And...
The Pee-Pee-Poo-Poo Man.
Yeah. maybe that's it. Keith.
Yeah. Oh, that would be embarrassing, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to any
That's
Keiths out there.
basically it. He makes you question a lot of things and you hallucinate. He gets into your head and you see things that upset you specifically.
Right, I see.
And so...
Bit of a psychological horror.
Absolutely. They tear each other apart. They think that they're looking at their friend when it's their lover and etc. It's just
interesting.
Illusions, and even if they think, oh, well, this isn't real, it adapts and finds other ways to scare you. So it's very smart movie-wise.
Yes.
I was so upset at how good it was. Because it just doesn't work with the name.
Because I think a lot of people probably, from what I could tell, because of all the memes and stuff, I imagine a lot of people probably didn't watch it because they probably were.
Oh, exactly. I was hate watching it.
I mean, I probably won't watch it. I am weak when it comes to horror. I will not.
I don't watch a lot of horror. Yeah, I don't like gore.
Yeah.
But this one didn't really have that much. It wasn't very in your face in that case.
Because I was going to ask about the gore because it sounds like they've sort of focused more on the psychological aspect, which sounds quite interesting.
There is a little bit of gore, but it's not in your face and it's not an exaggeration of it.
No.
It felt very much like the type of horror movies that I like to watch, which is the psychological and the ones with kind of the wide shots in the big rooms.
Yes.
That have a lot of clutter and you think you see a person in the corner. That kind of stuff I love.
Yeah, that's quite clever, yeah.
Yeah, which is why it was so upsetting.
Oh no, it's like, I like this, but I hate that I like it.
Yeah, the entire time I kept telling my girlfriend, but the name. So another thing with horror movies as well is that I usually don't like the characters. They're usually insufferable to me.
Yeah.
But I liked these. That makes it upsetting when bad things happen to them.
Yeah.
But it makes you invested.
Yeah, I was going to say, I guess that's all part of immersing people in it, is you need to have interesting characters that people can...
Yes.
Whether they like or dislike them, as long as they're invested somewhat.
I think with some horror movies, like slasher films, you are supposed to dislike them because you want to see them die.
Yeah.
Some people watch certain horror movies, especially those slasher films, because they want to see the different creative ways in which the people will die.
Lovely.
So I understand that. Like, they can't be too sympathetic if you kind of want to see the gore.
I think it depends on, because you get the ones that are sort of more centered around the killer. In a way, they're kind of like a weird I've never seen a horror movie. You know what? I'm gonna... crap.
You're completely right. One movie that you should watch is Nightmare on Elm Street. That's a good one.
Oh Christ!
But I mean, it's Freddy Krueger, so there's probably some blood in there.
Yeah, I know of a lot of them. I just like, oh no, I get so freaked out so easily that I've just never really touched any horror movies. Horror games are different because I've got that degree of control. But
yeah, there's that, and no matter how good the CGI is, it doesn't look real enough that you're grossed out by it usually.
Yeah.
Whereas in a movie, it looks so real that the gore is way more gross. But it's kind of an acquired taste with horror movies. You do get used to them when you watch more. So that's what I've noticed when I watched a little more, is that I've gotten better at watching them. I just see it's like when I talk to you about The Ring. I see something from such a creator way where I'm like, oh, cool shot. So I like how they did this instead of getting scared.
Yeah. I guess it depends how you perceive it, but I'm such a weak B-word. Sorry.
B-word?
There you go, Mum.
Bean.
Bean. I'm a weak bean.
Yes.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I don't know if I'll be doing it, but I'm glad you enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, that was the Bye-Bye Man. I recommend you all to actually watch it. It was very entertaining. It was very good everything, despite the name.
Despite the name.
So what thing did you pick up?
So I didn't really get to watch as much of this as I wanted to, but I've been watching something that is all the rage at the moment, mainly after two of my friends are like, watch it, you have to watch it. I say that like they forced me. They were just like, we really like this show, it's really cool, and I said, alright, I'll give it a go. So that... So it didn't go like that at all. I watched Arcane, the League of Legends
Ah, yes.
thing.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, I only got through a couple of episodes, which was a shame, but they're like 40 minutes long, and I have a really short attention span.
Oh,
So
goodness.
I watched a couple of episodes with my husband, because we were both curious about it, and yeah, my friends were, oh, this is our hyperfixation at the moment, we love it. I'm not usually that bothered about League of Legends, like I have played it before, and I know some of the characters, but I've never been particularly invested in it, mainly because every time I play the game, I am afraid of someone calling me a slur.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because I quite enjoy the gameplay itself. So it came out this year, well, very recently actually. Well, it's kind of blown up a little bit on Netflix from what I've heard. It's really popular at the moment.
I didn't know that was the name. I've seen people talk about something called Arcane, and then I've seen preview thumbnails on Netflix.
Yes,
but I didn't connect the two together. I didn't know that one was Arcane.
No, so yeah, it's League of Legends lore pretty much.
So you can watch it without knowing things about League of Legends.
You could, yeah. So, like I said, I'm only a couple of episodes in, but I am probably going to watch a lot more. So, the first thing I have to say about it is that the visuals are absolutely stunning. Every frame looks like a painting. And
yes, it's that style that's like a painterly 3D, sort of.
It is, and I think that looks great because the animation as well is so fluid. I'm like, wow. I spent most of my time staring at all of the artwork kind of thing. I was like, wow, they did that city really well. Look at all the details in that. I guess that's kind of like what you're talking about with The Ring.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, this is so pretty. Oh, this looks so good. But yeah, generally speaking, in terms of story, I'm enjoying it. The music's really good. I recognised a couple of the characters. I guess if you know the characters, you're probably a lot more invested in it than I was, but
probably, yeah.
Even with my limited knowledge of it, I feel like I knew what was going on. So, feel like you said, someone who maybe doesn't have as much knowledge of League of Legends could still enjoy it. It's kind of like an action-adventure type show. I'll try and give a brief synopsis for people who might be interested. So as far as I've gotten at the moment, it's about, I think it's the whole city. It's split into like two sections. So you have the top side, it's called, which is the sort of richer people, got all the nice places.
Yeah.
And then there's like an underground city, which is where the sort of poorer people live.
So basically Final Fantasy VII.
I haven't played Final Fantasy VII, but yes, I guess so. I have got it. I have to play that for my thing one day. I got quite engaged in it, actually. I was like, ooh, this is cool.
I feel like it's easier, and we talked about this with Mob Psycho as well, is that it's easier to get more engaged with something if something visual is keeping your attention.
Yes, 100%.
Like if it's always moving and it's always beautiful, then you have your eye on it the whole time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I don't really want to give any spoilers for this because this is something that has been released very recently.
Yes, of course.
But I'm just gonna say generally, yeah, the visuals were beautiful. I really like the music. I've always been a fan of KDA and stuff and the music from that, so I wasn't too surprised at the fact that I liked the music. Riot really know what they're doing with their marketing. I have to give it to them.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that they don't know what they're doing when it comes to treating human beings. But
no, I mean, yeah, that's something else I have been reading about. But yeah, I have to say, their marketing team have done a very good job with KDA and stuff.
Yeah, they know how to
get people engaged.
They know how to be current.
Yes, yeah, definitely. It's good show so far.
I might check it out. I wasn't initially interested in it because I thought that I wasn't going to understand anything in it, but I saw some GIFs of it, and I love that style a lot.
Yeah, it's really good, and like I said, I don't feel like you have to know anything about League of Legends to enjoy it. They build it kind of from the ground up, which is quite nice. By the time this podcast has been released, all of it should be up.
Right, okay. Well, oh goodness. It goes on my to-watch list then.
Yes.
Alright, so we're bringing this around with my lovely little Today I Learned Facts segment. And so this one isn't as long as the last one. And I think it is probably pretty well known, but I didn't know it. So today I learned that Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't allowed to dub his own role in Terminator in German, as his accent is considered very rural by German and Austrian standards, and it would be too ridiculous to have a death machine from the future come back in time and sound like a hillbilly.
Oh, that's interesting.
So they had another German actor dub his role, even though he can obviously speak it.
Obviously, yeah.
but he sounds like too much of a country hick
Oh,
to properly do it.
oh bless him.
But I think that was what was fun about the Terminator itself. He sounds funny in English.
Yeah.
So why couldn't he sound funny in German?
But surely the way he sounds in English, like, that's just his accent, so surely he's got the same accent in German, surely.
Well, yeah, but by German standards, it's different. We wouldn't think of Arnold's accent in English as a hillbilly accent.
No.
I can understand it from a Swedish perspective because we have some accents where a Terminator could not have these assorted type of accents because it would be nobody would be able to stop laughing.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's even the same in English. Like, you wouldn't give the Terminator a West Country accent like I've got.
Yes,
it would be
exactly.
It would be quite funny.
Yeah, I understand it. You wouldn't be able to take it seriously. I guess because of the way his accent is in English, you can still take him seriously even though he sounds funny. But I just thought that was really hilarious. And then Arnie fact number 2, because this was included.
Dad, this is a good day for you. My dad used to be an Arnold Schwarzenegger super fan. He probably knows all this, yeah.
Yeah, he probably knows all these. I'm probably getting everything wrong and he's going to hate me. So in the Spanish dubbed version of Terminator 2, the catchphrase, "Hasta la vista, baby," it was changed to "Sayonara, baby."
Oh, okay.
But in Latin America, they kept "Hasta la vista."
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Oh,
I love that.
I mean, I kind of get why they changed it, because I guess it was like, he's saying something in a different language, so it's still...
Yes, it's supposed to be a cool one-liner, and it's not as cool if it's just your own language.
Yes, goodbye, sir.
Have a good day.
I wonder what he's up to these days.
Arnold?
I know he was in the government.
In the government?
Oh, I can't remember. Was he just the governor of California or something?
Yes.
Oh.
Why do I know this? You live closer to the Americas than I do. That doesn't matter.
They don't tell us everything Arnold Schwarzenegger's doing.
Yeah.
Just because we're closer.
That completely has nothing to do with how much you know about things in America versus Sweden, because you live closer
we're
to
closer,
it.
Like the news gets to us first when they call us via the string telephone.
Yeah, when the letter pigeons come over. They come to the UK first.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Did you hear about Arnold?
Yeah.
Many years ago, he was governor of California. I don't know what he is now. He's probably still German.
Yeah, is he German? Is he Austrian?
He might be Austrian, I don't
I'm gonna
remember.
Google it.
Let's piss off your dad together.
Yeah.
As far as I heard, I could be wrong, but I think Arnold still is European in some shape or form.
He's from Austria. He was born in Austria anyway.
Okay, I'm sorry that I said he was German, but you can see how I came to that conclusion.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, I think most people thought he was German. Just because...
It's okay, I'm Swedish. We are mixed up with Norway all of the time, and we can understand each other's language. It's the same thing.
You're only allowed to say that because you're also like in mainland Europe.
Yeah, I'm allowed to say that because
I wouldn't be allowed.
they can't find me.
That's the only reason.
The agents of Austria.
I don't know how we've gotten this far, but yeah.
I don't know either. Maybe it's the sausage.
Maybe it's the sausage.
Anyway, yeah, okay. Thank you for listening to our podcast.
Yes, thank you.
If you have had things that you have given a go, or if you want to give something a go and you want to tell us about it, feel free to shoot us an email or a DM or anything.
Letter pigeon.
Yes, letter pigeon.
Although it depends where you are as to who it gets to first.
Yeah, it might get to somebody else first, but it's okay because that's just how news spread, baby.
Hell
goes
yeah.
viral. So yeah, hasta la vista, baby.
Go
Go make some memories.
Goodbye, sir.